presented his MoXi software, which wowed attendees and has since been licensed by Adobe. He's continuing his work on MoXi software as he gets close to his PhD. He's going back to Hong Kong in a couple of days to finish his dissertation, but he took some time out to come and spend the week here at the Sony booth to share a little bit of the development of his software and also his experience porting his software over to the cell computing board. So, excuse me, a big welcome for Nelson Chu.
I'm from the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, and in SIGGRAPH 2005 I presented MoXi system which allows you to do inputting on the computer interactively with simulated physics. So this year I have extended the MoXi system to simulate an art form called Suminagashi. So what is that? Okay, this is actually a form of marbling. You have some water first, and then you deposit ink onto the water surface. You do it repeatedly so that you get some pattern, and then you can also stir or blow air onto the water surface to get some nice image. And when you are happy with that, you can lay down a piece of paper to get a print. So this is what the real Suminagashi is about. So we have ported our Suminagashi simulation to the cell computing board. So because of time limit, I cannot go into details of the simulation, but I would just like to mention that we are using the lattice Boltzmann method for simulating the water flow. And this method is simple and parallel, so it's very suitable to be implemented on the GPU. And because we have the RSX, which is a GPU in the cell computing board, I have implemented the whole simulation onto that chip. And let me just move on to my tablet here, so that I can show you some live demo. And if I can direct your attention to the right side of the screen, here I have a cursor which acts as a brush, and I can deposit ink like this. I can change the shade of the ink. Actually, I can change the color too, but now I just want to have black and white. Like this, you get patterns like that. And I can switch the brush to a pusher mode, so that I can push the ink around like this. So you can see the sharp interface and also the nice flow effect that it gives. The whole thing is running. And I can show you that we can also load an image, a logo, so that you get some nice pattern flowing. And let me just switch the brush to just water mode, so that I can deposit some water on the middle of this logo. So you see the dispersion of the ink that gives you some nice effect. And of course you can still push the ink around like this. And now I have the bitmap logo acting also as an obstacle to the flow. So you see when I push, the ink kind of escape through the gaps of the obstacle. And lastly, I just want to show you something interesting that we can do with simulation. My mom told me not to play with my food, but I would just love to push around this like this. So this is also, the flow is also realistic. Okay, so that's all I want to show you for the live demo. Let me just quickly move back to my slides on the right, on the left. So here you see some screenshots of the MoXi watercolor. And this part hasn't been yet ported to the cell platform yet, but I just want to show you all these are possible. We can expect some real-time interactive watercolor painting implemented on the cell computing board. And to sum up, I just like to share with you a few impressions that I have in porting the Windows program to the cell platform. So I've been using the OpenGL and NVIDIA CG in making our Windows application, and because these two are also supported on the cell platform, it is fairly easy for me to port my application over. And I just want to point out that the general purpose GPU processing is also available on the cell computing board because we have the RSX. And in conclusion, I believe that the combination of GPU with their SPU, PPU, and Flex I/O is very powerful and attractive. So this concludes my presentation, and now I'll get back to Angus.
Thank you very much, Nelson. Great work with MoXi. Some lovely evolution and this beautiful Suminagashi that we see here. I just want to pick up on the last thing that Nelson was saying about how powerful and attractive this is. And he's talking both in terms of his ability to port his code over to it, and also its ability to do the simulation. He's talking about physics and the marbling here, the way the inks interact. It requires a lot of computational power, and the cell computing board from Sony provides that to him. So very powerful device and some lovely work. Thanks again, Nelson. Really appreciate you coming out here and taking the time. We're going to move on to some other stuff that involves a little bit of physics, but in a slightly more fanciful way. This is a little